Hello again. Welcome to Verbling again. Hi, Heidi. Hello. And hello, everyone. I am Teacher Oakley. And for the next hour, we're going to be looking at idioms again. In particular, idioms that include some kind of activity. Specifically today, we're going to be learning some idioms that have something to do with swimming and the water. Swimming, or maybe lack of swimming, possibly drowning. In any case, we'll do this by doing some exercises together, discussing related idioms, and I'm always very interested to hear about any idioms in your native language that are very similar or maybe slightly different, or other idioms that mean the same thing but maybe are completely different in your language. I encourage you to share those with me because I really enjoy that because I like it. Okay. Again, let me welcome everyone. Hello, Heidi, again. As always.
Hello.
Nice to see you. Hi. Araceli, thanks for joining me again.
Hi. Thank you.
Hi. Hello, Isaac. Nice to have you back.
Hi again, teacher.
Hi there. Hello, Salvatore. Salvatore.
Hi, Oakley.
Hey, I've missed
How are
you.
you?
I'm good. Where have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. This is yeah.
I was on holiday, teacher.
Oh, how was your holiday?
I went to Estonia.
Okay. Did you have a good time?
Yes, it's a beautiful country, teacher.
Nice.
I went to see Tallinn Song Festival, where there are 4,000 people that sing together. It's beautiful.
Oh, Salvatore, earlier today I had a class about festivals. I wish you were there. Okay.
Okay. Nice to see you again, teacher.
Nice to see you as well. I'd like to welcome somebody with a Cyrillic name, which I can't read. I apologize.
My name is Christina. Good morning.
What's that, Christina?
Yeah, Christina.
Hi, Christina. Thank you very much. And Christina, I can pronounce. Nice to have you in the class, Christina. Thanks for joining. And hello to Gunay. I can't remember.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
How do I pronounce your name, please?
Gunay.
Gunay. Okay, Gunay. Okay. How it's spelled. Okay, that's easy. Okay. All right. I hope you guys are all good swimmers because we're gonna be looking at swimming idioms. Can you guys all swim? Actually, it really doesn't matter.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, you can swim.
Yeah, I go to
Isaac?
swim 3 times a week.
How can you swim? Are you a good swimmer? Bad swimmer?
Regular swimmer.
A regular swimmer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I practice triathlon.
Okay. Oh, triathlon. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. All right. So you're not a regular swimmer. You've got to be a.
I swim to survive.
Teacher, we can't hear.
Yeah, I keep getting.
Okay.
Gunay, if you wouldn't mind, could you please stop muting me? Please. Okay, for some reason, I don't know if you're clicking the wrong button or something. You keep muting me. Please stop. Okay, in English we say a strong swimmer. The collocation or the adjective in the noun is you're a strong swimmer. It's okay, no problem. A strong swimmer, or opposite, a weak swimmer. Okay, Salvatore, are you a strong swimmer, a weak swimmer, or a non-swimmer?
Actually, teacher, I can't swim.
Ah, non-swimmer.
I go to the beach and the sea, but I can't swim. I can't swim well, teacher.
It's okay. We won't hold that against you, Salvatore. No problem. Christina, are you a strong swimmer, a weak swimmer, or a non-swimmer?
I can swim and I like swimming, but I haven't swum for ages already. But in 3 days, I'm going to Barcelona and I'm going to swim there a lot.
Okay. Are you Russian, Christina?
Yeah, I'm from Russia.
Okay, two of my friends from Russia just came back from Barcelona, actually. They had a lovely time. Barcelona is like a Russian tourist city. What's up with that?
Maybe. I just love Spain, and last year I was in the south of Spain, Malaga, and I liked that city very, very much. And this year I've decided to go to Barcelona.
Okay, well, I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
Beautiful city. Have fun. Okay. A lot of Russian speakers there in Barcelona. Just so you know. Okay, Araceli. Araceli, are you a strong swimmer?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm a weak swimmer. I like Salvatore said, I like going to the swimming pool, to the beach, but I'm not a very good swimmer. And sometimes I used to go to the swimming pool, for training, but I got tired because I just could swim across the swimming pool 2 or 3 times, and then I was tired. So I think I'm not very good at sports.
Okay, fair enough.
I just managed to keep.
Okay.
I just managed to not to drown. That's
You managed not to drown. All right. What stroke do you use? When we talk about swimming, we're talking about swimming strokes. Okay. Beginners do this like a dog, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In fact, in English, we call that doggy paddle. Okay.
Doggy paddle. Okay.
Doggy paddle. When you swim like a dog, you move your hands like this under the water. Okay. That's called a doggy paddle. Gunai, can you swim?
No, I can't swim. I just sit in the sea.
Okay, you sit in the sea. All right. You wade in the sea. If you walk in the water, all right. Okay, that's called wading. All right. To wade is the verb. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Heidi, I know you're a strong swimmer. Heidi, you swim like a fish, don't you?
Before I already said I'm so cold. Hammer.
What?
Japanese called like hammer.
Hammer.
Yeah.
Hammer? Oh, okay. Oh, I don't remember that. Okay. All right. In English, if you swim really well, we often say you swim like a fish. Don't worry about me. I swim like a fish.
If you put hammer, only sink down.
Oh, you swim like a hammer.
Yeah, that's what I said before.
Oh, I get it. Swim like a hammer. Okay. In English, if you can't swim at all. We might say you swim like a rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same idea. Yeah, swim like a rock. All right. Okay.
What does mean like a rock?
That means you sink right to the bottom.
Okay.
Not very good at swimming. Okay. All right. Okay, let's do some exercises together and see if we can learn some more vocabulary, and then we'll get into idioms. First of all, we're going to look at some literal meanings to words that have to do with swimming and water and so forth. Okay. Heidi, I think you were first in the class. Can you do number 1?
The Titanic sank after hitting an iceberg.
Yeah, there you go. You swim like the Titanic. Okay, sorry. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's right. The Titanic sank. A boat sinks. Absolutely. Isaac, number 2. Can you see that?
Yeah, the comes in and goes out twice every day. The
Ah.
I don't know.
You don't know. Well, what goes in and out twice every day in the ocean here we're talking about? Okay, Nader. Gotcha. I read you. I see your message. Okay. Anyone? What goes? Open it up to the class. What comes in and goes out twice every day?
Maybe tide.
Maybe the tide. I hope the tide. Yes, that's right. The tide. The ocean tides. High tide and low tide. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of idioms with tide. Tide changes.
I didn't know this word.
Okay. Well, it's a good word to know.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sorry, Oakley, what does it mean, tide?
Tide? Not really wave, no. If you're at the ocean twice a day, because of the pull of the moon's gravity, okay, the ocean actually in your area, it pulls the ocean higher up onto the shore, right? That's a high tide. And then the ocean goes backwards, goes further out. You can see more sand. That's low tide. And the tide comes in and out every day. Because the moon moves around, the high tide and low tide, the time changes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand. Thank you.
Okay. Alrighty. Nader, number 3. If something is very bloop, it is of great bloop. I don't even get this one. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, this is a double one. Okay, something you fear is very... Oh, okay. D. I don't know. Something that's very... Okay, this is a silly sentence, but I get it now. Something that is... Sorry, go ahead.
If someone is very deep, it's of great depth.
That's right. Deep and depth. Okay, something is deep. Water can be deep. Deep water. Oh, you're in deep water. Okay. Yeah. Okay, the water is a long way to the bottom. Depth is, if you're talking about going down to the bottom, you can talk about deep and depth related to the ocean, for example. How deep is the pool? It's 3 meters deep. Ooh, that's quite a depth. Okay, so height, depth. Height goes up and depth goes down. Okie doke. Salvatore. Ooh. Number 4.
The top of a wave is its deep.
You know. Negative. Okay, does anybody know what the top of a wave is called?
Crest.
Very good, Heidi. Yes, that's right. You ride the crest. Surfers ride the crest of a wave. They kind of ride near the top sometimes. Okay, Christina, you got a double. Lucky day. Your lucky day.
If you fall into the sea and you cannot swim, don't panic. Just do your best to tread water.
Very good.
Otherwise, you might drown.
Drown. Okay. Tread waters. You stay in one place. You're not moving in any direction. You're not swimming. You're just you're moving your arms and legs so that you can stay afloat. And yes, I did say afloat. Stay afloat is another common English collocation you should know. Also idiomatic. Companies stay afloat. They stay in business. If your business is struggling, we're having a hard time staying afloat. Okay, meaning staying in business. Okay, and right, drowned is, of course, you actually, you die. Stop breathing and all that fun stuff that we love to do every day. Yeah, Araceli, number 6.
Things you feel sad about are your sorrows.
Yes, your sorrows, your sadnesses. Okay. Okay. What does this mean? Look at this quote here. Gunai, I'm gonna ask you this. Can you see this?
Yes, see.
All right.
In an interview yesterday, Tony Blair began to swim with the current of public opposition to the single currency. This paper leader article.
Yes, from a newspaper article.
Actually, I didn't understand.
Okay. Does it mean that Tony Blair is actually going swimming?
It's about business.
It is. I don't know if it's true or not, but I imagine that Tony Blair can't swim. That's just me, though. Okay. He began to swim with the current. Here's your idiom here. Okay, he's moving with the current. The current in water is the way the water's moving. A river, obviously, has a one-way current that flows downhill. Obviously. You can have a stiff current, okay, which means it's going very rapidly. A stiff current or a rapid current, as a matter of fact, which would be a steep river, okay, or a gentle current is another collocation we use, meaning the water's not moving very fast. Okay, so if Tony Blair is swimming with the current, he's going in the same direction as the public opposition to the currency. All right? So if he's with the current, if you're with the current, that means you're going the same direction as someone else. Salvatore, since it says, Salvatore asks he doesn't agree. Well, since it says Tony Blair began, it means he's just starting to agree. Okay? It means before he did not agree. So because I see began, I know that means that he has started to agree with the public opposition. All right. And yes, against the current is equally, if not more, common in expression. If you're going against the current, it's like swimming up a river. Unless you're a salmon, that's very difficult to do. It takes a lot of extra effort, and it means if you're going against the current of opinion, public opinion, most people disagree with you, simply enough. We can use against the current in other ways. Wow, I started a new business, but I feel like I'm really swimming against the current. Okay, you're struggling. You're having a hard time. You're feeling a lot of pressure and not easy. Okay, and let's look at some idioms now. Let's do some fill-in-the-blank exercises where we're going to use these 8 idioms here to fill in the blanks. Okay, Heidi, let's go back to you here.
The French class, I'm going to read to a class to the different. I'm completely. I think I need to get down a little. Completely out of my depth. My eyes are red round. Only pure and deep. Pure and deep and swimming up in the tide. Keeping head above water. Going under. I'm completely out of my depth.
Yes, that's correct. I'm completely out of my depth. Okay, it's too deep for you. All right, if you're out of your depth, you're beyond your skill or ability. You're all right. If I say, you know, if I say, Isaac, I want you to play basketball against LeBron James, I'm pretty sure that Isaac would be out of his depth. He's in a skill level that is far beyond what he can do. If you know, if I had to, you know, well, there you go. It's pretty simple. If you're out of your depth, if somebody told me to work on in a nuclear power plant, I would be out of my depth. I wouldn't have the first idea what I was doing. Okay, Isaac, number 2.
With their new album going straight to #1 in the US charts, Oasis have been, for a while now, on the crest of a wave.
Very nice.
For a while now.
Yeah, they're moving fast. They're on the top, like if you can picture a surfer on the top of a wave. Yes, so if you're on the crest of a wave, you're doing great. You're on top and you're moving fast. Very good. Nader, number 3. Aha, good one. You can just write a letter, Nader, and I will relate your answer. Yes, okay. Yes, Nader, as you said, out of your domain is very much the same as out of your depth. Very similar. A is his answer, and his answer is right. I didn't get any training when I started work here. I was just thrown in at the deep end and expected to get on with it. All right. This sentence expresses what this means very well. If you're thrown in at the deep end, if you can imagine being taught how to swim by just being thrown in over your head. Okay. Right. So a related idiom, though I use a lot in English is I say, I may say to you as a student, I'm going to throw you to the wolves. If you're thrown to the wolves, same thing. I'm not going to prepare you. I'm just going to start asking you questions. I'm not going to get you ready in any way. I'm just going to thrown to the wolves. Yeah, that's it, Nader. Exactly. Yeah, I started my new job. They just threw me to the wolves. All right. Or thrown in at the deep end. Okay. No training, totally not prepared is even better. You're asked to do something without any sort of preparation. Salvatore, number 4.
My wife's just lost her job. If we're careful with money, we should just about be able to. mm,
Hmm.
how- uh, I'm not sure, teacher. I tried. Maybe keep our heads above water.
Very good. You are correct.
Okay.
Very good, Salvatore. You can now move on to our bonus round. Yeah, that's right. If you're just keeping your head above water, in other words, well, we have many expressions for this in English. Uh, you have enough to survive. Okay, you're not saving any money. You're not investing any money. You're not in any way getting ahead. In fact, in English, if you're able to save money and make investments and prepare for your future, then we say you're getting ahead. If you are not, we can say, well, we're keeping our heads above water. We're not drowning. We're not going to die, but we're not swimming anywhere. We're not getting anywhere either. We're just, and in fact, the concept treading water, which means you're not getting anywhere, can mean the same exact thing. Um, my wife just lost her job. If we're careful with money, we can tread water for a while. We can stay stable, not moving forward or back. All right, keep your heads above water. In English, we might say living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, so every paycheck gets you through to the next week, but that's about all it does. Okay, Christina.
You have to
Staying
agree.
afloat. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Christina. Nader's another one is staying afloat. Similar. Yeah. Christina, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You have to agree that you can go on. You can't go on swimming against the tide for much longer.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. You can't go on swimming against the tide. Very much like we were talking about earlier with Tony Blair. Swim with or against the current. Okay. Pretty much exact same concept. Swimming against the tide. All right. You're swimming in. You're moving in opposition to other people. Again, abstractly. You're swimming against the tide. Okay. For example, if everyone has MP3s and I'm still trying to keep a business selling vinyl record albums in music albums, then I'm definitely swimming against the tide. Swimming against the tide of popular opinion. Very good, Christina. Okay. Araceli.
If the recession continues for much longer, a lot of small businesses are in real danger of uh, going under.
Yes, going under. We use going under as a euphemism, as a way of saying drowning. Strangely, to talk about business success or personal financial success, we have a lot of ways to. Basically, we're referring to drowning, okay? But we never really say drowning. Oh, I lost all my money. I'm drowning. No, I lost all my money and I'm going under. I can't stay afloat. I can't keep my head above water. All right, I'm referring to drowning. I'm out of my depth. Okay, in deep water. All of these have reference to drowning, but we never actually say I'm drowning. My company's drowning. No, we would never say that. We would use some kind of other idiom. Gunai?
Yeah. When we lost to Brazil, we just found the nearest pub and drowned our sorrows.
Indeed.
Okay.
Usually, most often, you're talking about drinking until you forget your name. Oh, yeah. Okay. You found the nearest pub and drowned our sorrows. If you drown your sorrows, okay, your favorite team lost a sports event or whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're sorrowful about, whatever's depressing you, you use alcohol as your medication. You drown your sorrows. Heidi, back to you.
I've got some terrible news. Bill's son has just been arrested. He's been involved with some pretty shady business deals. He's in right up on his neck. Right up with his neck. What does it mean?
What does what mean?
He's in right up his neck.
Which is another idiom. Okay, he's in it right up to his neck. He's involved in something, completely, fully, complicitly, absolutely, totally involved in something, and it's something negative. If we use this expression, he's in it right up to his neck. Okay.
In deep water.
He's in deep water. He's in trouble. He's in deep water. It's going to take a lot of effort to get out of this trouble. Shady deals. Shady, like shade, dark. Shade of a tree. Okay, it's darkness. All right, so dark. Okay, shady means probably illegal. Borderline illegal, at least. Shady business deal. Suspicious. Very good. Yes. He's in it right up to his neck. Okay. All right. That he's in it right up to his neck means he's involved. He's definitely involved. He's totally and completely involved. Okay. Let's do some more. Let's make a splash. Okay, we're going to add verbs to complete an idiom in these sentences. See if we can learn some more before the class is over. Isaac, first one.
If you really want to splash with your new book, you'll have to throw a few parties and give away a few thousand copies to the right people. If you really want to make a splash?
Very good. You make a splash. Okay. Literally, dictionary definition, a splash when you smash your hand or smash anything else on the water splashes. All right. That's the literal meaning. This idiom, you make a splash, or Often we also say create a splash, same exact meaning. You create a splash with your new book. What that means is basically you're talking about publicity, getting a lot of public attention. You create a splash or make a splash. Hopefully to become popular, of course. You know, if you want, you're trying to create publicity, create attention. You usually do that if you're trying to sell something, you're trying to be a popular musician, you want to be elected for president, you're trying to make a splash, you're trying to get a lot of people to know about you.
Mm-hmm.
Okie doke. Next one, Nader. You said you rang 5 minutes ago. I'm afraid there's a lot of workmen around the office this morning. The noise they're making must have beep, the sound of the phone. Ooh, good one. Drown out. Yes. Okay, this is interesting. Okay. Specifically for noise and sound. Okay, you can't hear something because of another sound. Yeah, okay, I listened to loud rock and roll music as a teenager to drown out the sound of my mother's nagging voice. Yeah. Okay, so I couldn't hear her. If one sound drowns out the other sound, so the one sound is louder, so much louder, the second sound cannot even be heard. Very specific. Well, actually, no. This can be used a lot more abstractly. Okay, the publicity from the governor's campaign has drowned out the call for changes to the new law. Okay, one action can drown out another action in an abstract way. In other words, in an abstract way, one thing distracts the public from another thing. The media does it all the time. Okay, newspapers. The newspaper story drowned out the previous newspaper story. Suddenly you don't hear the previous newspaper story at all anymore. You don't hear anything about it. Okay, continuing. Salvatore.
I wish someone would me a lifeline with a loan of a couple of £1,000. I could just about get myself out of trouble. One moment, please.
Sure.
Thread.
No.
No.
No. Salvatore, actually, do you know what a lifeline is?
No, I don't know what is it, lifeline.
Okay. Well, I'm going to explain it to you because you can't swim, so you should know. Okay. A lifeline at the end of a dock or on a ship is a rope which is attached to a circle like a donut that floats. Usually white or white and red, so it's easy to see in the water, maybe orange. Okay, so if you fell over a ship, I would throw you that circular object so that you could grab a hold of it and you wouldn't drown.
Maybe right. Sink, teacher.
No. I just said it actually.
Oh,
if you were, you were drowning, Salvatore, I would throw you a lifeline. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
Float.
yes, it's a device that won't float. It looks like a big donut. You can hang on to it, and that way you don't drown. So if someone's going to throw you a lifeline, okay, they're sending you help. If any of you guys have ever seen Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, you're allowed to use your lifeline call. You can call your friend and ask them the question. All right, save me, in other words. Okay. Christina, number 4.
I think it would be a good idea to test the waters first because before we spend any more money on the project.
Absolutely. You test the waters, you sample, you check things. If you're swimming, you probably stick your toe in the water to see how cold it is. You test the waters. Usually used in business, okay? We call it marketing research. However, it could also be used, for example, oh, I don't know how my mother will feel about me going to live in North Korea for 3 months. I think she's going to, I think she's not going to like that idea. So I'm going to test the waters by asking her opinion about North Korea. Okay, I'm not going to be direct and say, Mom, can I move to North Korea? I'm going to say, Mom, what do you think of North Korea? What do you think of Kim Jong-un? Kind of a trial balloon. Very good, Nader. Exactly. You want to test the waters. You want to, because it's a verb, test the waters. You throw up a trial balloon. Yeah, that's right. These are same meaning. Very similar, anyway. Okay. Kunai, number 6.
Number 6 or 5. 5.
Oh, I'm sorry. 5. You're right.
We've been told we've got 6 months to turn the company around and make a profit. If things haven't improved, the whole thing is being closed down. So it is or a situation. It is it is
Ooh.
Swim or sink situation. No?
That is correct, but it's very important when using English idioms to get the order correct. So it sounds weird because, you know, the way I've heard it all my life is sink or swim.
Okay.
Yeah. Good job, though. All right, you picked up the correct ones, but in the other order, sink or swim. And often English speakers will not even, I mean, we'll just say it's sink or swim. You know, okay, my company wants to send me to another country, but okay, if I'm not successful, I'm fired. If I'm successful, I get a promotion. Okay, it's sink or swim. All right, and Isaac says in Spanish it's swim or sink.
Yeah.
Okay. How funny. Okay. Interesting. Very closely related. Also in English, same idea. It's do or die. Okay, it's do or die. Or we very commonly also say it's related, not exactly the same. Do or die or sink or swim are basically the same. Related, we often say all or nothing. So either you've got to commit yourself completely or just don't do it at all or nothing. Sink or swim is success or failure only. All or nothing is do it or don't do it, one or the other. You can't half do it. Heidi? Number 6.
Don't you think too many young people today slide into a relationship without really thinking about what they are doing? Mm-hmm.
Dive, yes. Dive into a relationship is a very common use, but dive into anything. You can dive into a new business. In other words, you don't really think about it very much. You have a business opportunity, so you dive into the business opportunity. Really, there are two meanings here for dive into. Okay, it can mean to start something without really thinking about it beforehand. Okay, like in this example here, people dive into relationships without really thinking about it. Okay, you can dive into a business venture. All right, it probably means you didn't really research it, you didn't think about it enough. Or you can dive into a turkey sandwich, meaning you start very enthusiastically. It can just mean with enthusiasm. He dove into his new job with great enthusiasm. So really two completely different meanings there for dive into. So be careful of that. Okay, Isaac.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I'm ever going to get promoted here. My job hasn't changed for 3 years and I'm bored. I feel as I've been water.
You're going to have to change the verb form. Warning, warning. Spoiler alert. Nothing's changed. He's bored. He's been blank water.
I think it's trade, but the tense
is tread. Okay. What you have here? Why you're
treating water.
There you go. Okay. Very good. This is have, and then been treading. This is a present perfect continuous tense verb. Okay. We've got the perfect have, been treading, is past progressive or past continuous, however you like to say it. I've been treading water. Okay, you're getting nowhere. You tread water, you're not moving. You're not drowning, but you're not moving. Okay, review. Actually, let's not review. Let's discuss. I'm curious. Have you ever been thrown into the deep end in a new job? Isaac? Have you ever experienced that? Just said, okay, start.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Well, when I finished my studies, I went to a company to make 3 months of practice. But when the first month passed, they said to me if the job liked me, I want to join there, and them. And at the second month of my practice, I was working.
Okay, they want to hire you immediately.
Yeah, I think it was kind of thrown in a deep end.
Throwing you in the deep end. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I haven't
And did
been prepared
right.
yet.
You haven't been properly prepared. Oh, okay. And did you sink or swim?
I I swim. The past
Past tense. Yes.
swam
Swam. Yep.
swam. I
S
swam.
SWAM. Swam.
Yeah, I
Okay.
swam.
Well, and one other thing, we don't co-locate. We don't put make and practice together. You don't make practice. I wanted to make practice in English. Nope. Normally we say have. I want to have some practice speaking English. I want to have a
Uh-huh.
little. I'm gonna have basketball practice today, for example.
Oh, yeah,
So
it's
they.
like a practice time. That there is obligatory in Spain when you finish your studies.
Uh huh.
Like 3 months of
Yep.
practice in a
Yep.
company. Mm,
Commonly in English we say training. You need a
mm,
training period
mm.
when you start in a new company. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely common. So you had a 6 months training period. They pulled you out after 2 months and stuck you right in the job, threw you right
Mhm.
in the deep end, threw you to the wolves. Okay.
Yeah, but
Uh,
this, sorry, ugly.
Go
This
ahead.
training period, I said, in Spain is to finish your studies. It's
Ah,
like a part of your study.
oh, like an internship then.
Yeah. Hmm.
Is it an internship? Ah, I see.
It's not
Ah,
a contract by the company. They don't
gotcha.
have the, yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Right. You're still more affiliated with the school than the company is an internship. If you're
Mhm.
hired by the company, um, and you've already finished school, then that's a training period. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for helping me clarify that. Salvatore, have you ever been thrown in at the deep end in a new job?
Uh, yes, yes, I have been. I because I work in a shopping mall, and when I work, I I thrown in a at the deep. I
Okay.
think.
You think? No training at all. Just start working. Or
Yes.
maybe, as in Isaac's case, maybe training, but not enough training. The idiom would still fit. Okay. And did you sink or swim?
Uh, I swam, teacher,
You swam. You rode the
when I
tide.
worked.
Okay, there's another idiom for you. You ride the tide. Okay, means
Ride the tide.
you're able to stay with it and get to shore safely again. He was able to ride the tide. Or here's another one that has to do with oceans and all that. You ride out the storm. Okay, ride
Okay.
out the storm is a common English idiom meaning okay, you get through a difficult period, whether it's at work or personal or whatever.
Okay.
Gunay, have you ever been thrown in at the deep end in a new job?
No, in new job, no. I can say that in my studies in university, I was in at the deep, was thrown in at the deep end because I used to live in Russia, but then decided to study in Azerbaijan, in country with other culture, other people. And for the first time, it was for me a little stressful. But I tried to keep my head above the water, and after a short time, I was on the crest of the wave.
Oh, very good. Oh, nicely done. Nicely done. Can't beat that. Okay. Terribly sorry, one and all. I'm about out of time. I have to get going. Oops. Okay. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining the class. Saw the time. I got to go. Thank you very much. I'll see you all again